My name's Kash Bhattacharya. I run a blog called The Budget Traveller, and the blog is all about how to travel in style with a budget. So I came to South Africa in May last year. I had an amazing time and I wanted to see more of the country.
So this idea was born when I got an email from Kash and he said, "Simon, do you want to join me on a 7-day road trip to South Africa?" I was like, sounds like fun, what's the job?
So we decided to create a road trip that combines both these elements of flash packing and adventure, and to create the perfect 7-day itinerary. But I really wanted to get into more of the soul of the country and discover it for my own eyes. And what better way to do it than through a road trip? So our first stop on our trip was Sinta Beach, and we stayed at the Buccaneers Backpackers and Lodge.
I'm Sean Price, one of the owners of Buccaneers Backpackers, based in Kunsa on the wild coast of South Africa and in the province of the Eastern Cape. The view behind us is the view from our breakfast room and our restaurant where we serve all our meals. The property extends from where I'm sitting down to the beach, and we've got a range of accommodation, starting on the top of the hill with all our luxury suites, and then moving down to self-catering cottages, down to our standard rooms and dormitories, and then right at the bottom we've got a very big camping area. It can accommodate approximately 50 people, and a swimming pool, a bar.
And it is absolutely, waking up in the morning, opening the curtains of my room, seeing sunrise over the beach is one of the many memorable memories you'll have of visiting this part of the world. Other memorable moments in this trip was horse riding along the beach, and you start your walk from the hostel and it takes you right down onto the beach, and early in the morning, clear skies, not one soul in sight, powdery white, pristine beach, and it's just the most amazing feeling riding a horse along this wild stretch of beach and hearing the sound of waves crashing in the background, and you're almost at one with nature. It's just an incredible feeling. So that was definitely one of my most memorable experiences. Other highlights of this day at Buccaneers included a visit to Mama Tofu.
The legendary Mama Tofu.
And Mama Tofu is South Africa's oldest living tour guide, and maybe the world's oldest living tour guide.
She's coming up for her 95th birthday in October. She's an amazing person. She's really, really sprightly and strong for her age. I think a lot of guests that visit are always amazed at her ability to engage with people and share her life lessons, particularly obviously around also culture.
I am 94 years old. 3 weeks, 6 days. 94 years, 3 weeks, 6 days.
And it was a real experience meeting this lady who was so full of energy and full of life.
Ninja, now, yes, get on it. Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. CPE. How to ask for love. Try to propose. Take time to learn. She mustn't quickly say when you say, "I love you." She mustn't quickly say, "I also love you." She's stupid. You must notice that she's stupid. She doesn't even know you.
Even we got a lesson in how to make love, and that was quite a amusing insight to hear this from a 94-year-old.
What kind of kiss must you give a girl the first hour? Not no.
Okay.
Only baby kiss.
Baby kiss.
Baby kiss, and then go away.
Okay.
And then again you put an appointment.
An appointment?
An appointment to see her.
Okay.
Maybe 3 times. Then on the 3rd time, she's willingly to take any kind of kiss you gave her, because she has already noticed What kind of a boyfriend are you going to be to her?
But she was a real sparkling, magical woman. Had a real aura about her, which I loved. In many ways, it kind of reminded me a bit of my own grandmother, who was a real feisty, full of life kind of person.
I'm sorry, I can't smile because I've got no teeth.
One of the most amazing things about the backpacking industry in South Africa is that everybody in our industry has really taken to heart a social responsibility component to their business.
So they have a volunteer outreach called Volunteer Africa, and they have volunteers coming from all over the world working with their communities, and one of them was in Mui Plas.
We have a little NGO called Friends of Kunsa. It was formed a few years ago, and it's has a committee of community people, and we've got a range of programs that we run, and each of these have had some amazing success stories.
We visited this beautiful school, and it was amazing. We went in there, and the school was preparing for the birthday and the kind of departure party for their outgoing principal, but they still managed to find the time to sing for us. And this is something you can experience in any tour of the school when staying at Buccaneers. And we got a rendition of a whole bunch of songs in the whole classroom, whole school. We were just 3 people, and they sang for us so many songs. It kind of humbled me to see all these happy, smiling kids clapping their hands in unison and dancing and swaying to the song and singing away, hearts full of love and passion, and really really enjoying the music. And that's what I think also is very part of South Africa, to have this spirit of love for music. So one of our unique experiences while staying at Buccaneers was going to a microbrewery. We visited a place called Emerald Vale Brewery, which is, it started as a small kind of hobby, and the owner, because of the huge demand and interest in these beers, managed to expand it. At the end of the tour, they give you a little tour of the facilities and how the beer is made, and at the end of it they give you a sample draft of all of his 4 beers and ales, and along with it they will serve you some very nice bar snacks like hot chili poppers wrapped in bacon. Delicious stuff. So and it's also extremely cheap. The tour itself is 60 Rand, which I think is a bargain. So a really cool experience.
Hot Alfred!
So the next stop on our trip was Port Elizabeth, which is South Africa's 5th largest city, and not the most obvious place to visit on the backpacker trail along the garden route.
Yo, my name is Lee, and I'm from Lungile Lodge in Port Elizabeth. So yesterday afternoon, we spent some time driving through 3 of the reserves in the city limits, which is the Cape Recife Nature Reserve, also the Sardinia Bay Nature Reserve, and did sunsets at Sardinia Bay.
And we started off with sundowners at a place called Sardinia Bay. Beautiful beach, bit of a hidden secret in PE, known only to locals and not to tourists. And Lee took us there, and we just reached it just right at sunset, and it was absolutely beautiful. And he cracked open a few ciders and beers and handed them out to all the guests who were staying at the hostel, and it was lovely, great way to start the evening.
After that, we went for a drink at Soho in Stanley Street.
And our first stop was a very cool place called Soho, which does molecular cocktails. So I tried their Blue Blazer, and from Soho we then made our way to a place called the Colonial Kitchen. They had a delicious goat curry, which was really good. So after having our goat curry, we then pushed on to our next spot, which was just next door at the local brewery. But the beer was awesome, and so was the atmosphere. It was a great place, really live, and had this great live musician who was playing some awesome tunes, and good beer and good music. What more could you want on a night out? And obviously good food and good company. So it was altogether a crack night out in Port Elizabeth, and something I didn't expect of Port Elizabeth. After that, we went back to the hostel. The next morning,
Yeah, so if you come to South Africa and you want to read about Cash's experience on the road trip that we did, let us know. It's budgettraveller.
budgettraveller.org.